Hello to my fellow Star Wars fan, I'm your host Dingus, and today I'll be talking about why Anakin Skywalker will be in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. So before I get into that, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future Star Wars theory and Star Wars Rise of Skywalker videos. And if you enjoy, smash that like button down below and share this video out with friends and family and anyone on social media. They'd greatly appreciate it. Okay, so I was rewatching Star Wars The Phantom Menace the other day, and I noticed something. When Qui-Gon Jinn brings Anakin Skywalker to the Jedi Council, he asks, is there any way that he could be created by the midichlorians? And then Mace Windu says right after, are you referring to the prophecy of the one that will bring balance to the Force? Now, balance has never been brought to the Force. Peace has been brought to the Force. Those are two totally different things. Balance means equal on both sides. Peace just means, well, peace. At the end of Return of the Jedi, we see that peace is brought to the Force by Anakin Skywalker and Darth Vader by killing the Emperor. There's peace, but there's not balance because there is in turn more Jedi than Sith now. Anakin did bring peace, which some people interpret as balance, but like I said, balance is equal on both sides, and it wasn't equal on both sides. There's more Jedi than Sith now at the end of Return of the Jedi. Now, fast forward to The Rise of Skywalker. As far as we know, there's balance on both sides at this exact moment because Kylo Ren for the dark side, Rey for the light side. Now, there are theories speculating that the Knights of Ren could be Sith acolytes, so maybe there isn't balance yet because there's more dark side than light side. Or maybe Ahsoka Tano is still alive, or Ezra is still alive, and that's not balanced either. But let's say, for example, that the only people that are a part of the Force right now that are going to be balancing the Force and are a part of that balance are Kylo Ren and Rey. So right now, there is balance. But we know that Emperor Palpatine is coming back in The Rise of Skywalker. Whether he comes back as just a spirit or physically is yet to be seen. But if he comes physically, that's imbalance again. And Rey isn't powerful enough to stop Kylo Ren and Emperor Palpatine. She's not. She's powerful enough to stop Kylo Ren, but not both Kylo Ren and Emperor Palpatine. Now, let's go all the way back to the Phantom Menace again. Clearly, the prophecy states, and we never explicitly hear what the prophecy actually is. We just get tidbits to form what the prophecy is. We know the prophecy alludes to the one that will bring balance to the Force, and we know because of the Phantom Menace that that person, the chosen one, will be created by the midichlorians. We know for a fact that Anakin was created by midichlorians. That was the whole tragedy of Darth Plagueis the Wise. Palpatine was the one that created Anakin from midichlorians. I know that scene made it seem like it was Darth Plagueis, but I believe in a comic book recently it was confirmed in canon that Palpatine was actually the one to create Anakin. But still, that's irrelevant. Anakin was created by the midichlorians, meaning he is the chosen one. We know that Rey, she wasn't created by the midichlorians. She had a father, she had a mother. And there's actually a leak about that I'll make a video on soon. But Anakin was created by the midichlorians. The chosen one in the prophecy is created by the midichlorians. The balance has never been brought to the Force yet. And The Rise of Skywalker is going to be the final movie in the Skywalker saga, the episodic saga for a while, and definitely the final Skywalker movie. And let's take a look at the title, The Rise of Skywalker. Yeah, this can mean a couple things. This can mean the rise of Luke. Luke somehow gets resurrected. This can mean Ben Solo coming back, although I think Kylo Ren is irredeemable, but I'll make a video on that later as well. There's a bunch I want to talk about for Rise of Skywalker. People speculate it could be a new name for Force users, which I don't think makes any sense, but there's that as well. But the Rise of Skywalker, not the rise of the Skywalker, not Rise of Luke Skywalker, the Rise of Skywalker. There are times in the original trilogy that Luke Skywalker is referred to as Skywalker. In Empire Strikes Back, he tells Han he's after somebody called Skywalker. Obviously, that's referring to Luke. But the person that is majorly called Skywalker is Anakin. Very rarely, actually, is he called Anakin. He's really only called Anakin by Obi-Wan and Padme. Everybody else in the Jedi Order, the clones, they call him Skywalker, Master Skywalker, General Skywalker, Young Skywalker. Very rarely is he called Anakin by anybody else besides Obi-Wan and Padme. I believe that the Rise of Skywalker is referring to Anakin. Now, whether Anakin will bring balance by becoming a Force Ghost and by his Force Ghost skills, because we know he is a Force Ghost. At the end of Return of the Jedi, he was there. So whether he does it by his Force Ghost abilities, because remember, Obi-Wan said to Darth Vader, if you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you can possibly imagine. And something that I touched upon in my most recent theory about Padme being in the Rise of Skywalker is that the more we see the Force Ghosts in the movies, the more and more powerful they get, and the more powers we see. So I think that trend could continue in the Rise of Skywalker, and it's possible that Anakin, through his Force Ghost abilities, defeats both Kylo Ren and the Emperor, and Rey just gives up the Force and brings balance. Now, that's another thing I want to touch upon as well. For there to be balance, Rey's got to do something. Rey either has to die, or she has to give up the Force. And I could see it being both ways. What I could see is Anakin telling Rey, look, there needs to be balance. Using the Force, that's not balance. Having more Jedi than Sith, that's not balance. Having more Jedi than Sith will encourage there to be Sith. It's that common idea in superhero movies. Well, superheroes lead to supervillains. It's the same thing here. Jedi lead to Sith. They lead to Force users following the dark side and in turn becoming Sith or dark side Force users such as Kylo Ren. That's what they lead to, so Anakin could tell her that. Or, let's say Rey and Kylo Ren kill each other in battle, and it's left to Anakin and the Emperor. Anakin kills the Emperor, and that's it. Balance is brought to the Force. So that's another thing as well that I want to touch upon, right? Rey also has to be a part of this somehow because she is one side of that scale. Now, it's totally possible as well that at the end of the Rise of Skywalker, there is one Force user on the light side, one Force user on the dark side. 2 on the light side, 2 on the dark side, 50 on light side, 50 on dark side. That's totally possible. But balance does mean equal. That's what I'm trying to get at here. And the prophecy clearly states that the person who brings balance to the Force, the chosen one, created by the midichlorians. Rey, not created by the midichlorians. Luke Skywalker, not created by the midichlorians. Anakin Skywalker was created by midichlorians. Balance has never been brought. This is the final Skywalker movie. Meaning, Anakin will most likely be in this movie to finally bring balance to the Force. If J.J. Abrams paid attention to the prophecy in The Phantom Menace that clearly said that someone who was created by the midichlorians is the one to bring balance to the Force. Now, you might be saying, well, then maybe Rey was created by the midichlorians and was created by the Force. And yeah, I guess there is a chance you're right, but I highly doubt they would do that because a lot of Anakin fans, including myself, will be pretty mad at that decision. But I'll let The Rise of Skywalker be its own movie. I'll watch it. I'll be open to it. Obviously, I'm incredibly excited for it because it's a Star Wars movie, and because most likely, as I've hopefully made it clear in this theory, Anakin Skywalker, who's my favorite character of all time, will most likely be returning in Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think that Anakin Skywalker will be in Star Wars Rise of Skywalker somehow, whether that be a Force Ghost or he's actually somehow physically in Star Wars Rise of Skywalker, like as an actual human being? Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future Star Wars Rise of Skywalker and Star Wars Theory videos. Smash that like button if you enjoyed, and share the video out with as many people as possible, and friends, family, social media, anywhere. It'd be greatly appreciated. Click right here for my most recent upload, and click right here for my Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker playlist. Have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you next time.